Yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, thank you for loving this program. Let's talk about money. We talk about money because money is a tool that helps us get almost everything. So, when you have a tool and you know how to use it, you live a better life. So, money is also a tool, and we said money is the value we, of course, expose to the market. When the amount of money I have, the amount of money you have, is a reflection of the perceived value you have in the marketplace. So, in short, we talk about money to get enlightened, to make more understanding of what it takes to make more money. Yeah, of course, today we are going to talk about the most important part, the reality, focusing and facing the reality. What is holding us in our finances? It's because we don't always give an understanding of the reality. A reality, I mean, what things are. There are three realities in the world. There is the way how other people see things. There is the way how we see things, and there is the way how things are. The world is in three phases: the way how most other people see it, the way you see it, and the way it is. So most cases, people who have actually went ahead to become successful are the only people who have seen the world the way it is, other than living in fantasies of how we want the world to be. So in short, by keeping a grip of reality, you start making steps towards being successful. The reality is new and strange in a way that it is new because we always keep our eye away from it, and it is strange because it is always surprising us. So if you don't keep your eye on the reality, if you don't see things the way they are, you are always getting surprised. You always start seeing things to be new. So in short, that is how the world is. So in short, as I had said, people who have gone ahead to be successful are the people who have not been having predestined notion of how the world is, but they constantly train their eyes to see the way the world is. So in short, we should run away from this notion of thinking that the world should be the way we want it to be, other than facing the reality. I will show you the example. In the Bible, it is said, for a man harvests what he has sown. So for harvesting is only destined for those people who sow or who plant. So if you don't plant, you don't expect to harvest. So that is the reality. You should to know that. Running away from that with this stupid mentality of favoritism, thinking that those who have planted will favor you by giving you what you've not earned. So, in short, that is the reality we are talking about. The reality is, for you to harvest, you must be having the courage, the energy, and the time to spare to go and plant something. And after doing that, you go ahead to look after the plant you've planted, and finally you get a harvest. And another reality is that the world or nature doesn't give you what you need, it only gives you what you deserve. So that's, I think, a most important aspect of life. So we don't get the money we need, we only get the money we deserve. We deserve the money in a way that we have worked for it, we have sought for it, and we have done something to get it. So what is holding us behind? It's because we still have this thinking of we can, when we need something we get it, instead of having a thinking of deserving. So in short, we need to start seeing things the way they are, other than seeing things the way we want them to be. Yes, if you're having, for example, your businesses are not doing well, let's say your business is not bringing in more income, you need to face the reality. You need to ask yourself hard questions like, what right things am I not doing? What am I supposed to do and I'm not doing? Whom am I supposed to meet and I'm not meeting? Where am I supposed to go that I'm not going? All these steps enables you become super successful in what you're doing. So by asking you questions that enable you to start seeing the reality, it will open the door for you to become successful, because it's only when we face the reality that we get the right questions to ask, and of course the right answers to answer for us to be super successful. So it begins with facing the reality. If your business is not doing well, don't cast the blame to anyone, your employees. Don't cast your blame to anyone, but come back and face the reality. If it is coming from the employees and it is right, that is the real truth. All you need to do is now you fire and hire other ones. If it is you, you need to change so that your business also changes. So in short, what is limiting us as human beings, as people, not getting the amounts of money we need, the wealth we need, it's because we always don't want to face the reality. Some thinkers call it wishful thinking. Instead of thinking in reality by by being aided by the principles of life, we don't see the reality. For example, I'll give you another example in motion. For every motion to take place, there must be friction. You get, so friction is the force that opposes motion. So for you to make a stride and still remain stable on ground, you need some force that opposes you. So is in the business. So you can't succeed in business when you don't have forces that will oppose you. When you start running a business and doesn't work out, you need to step up and of course answer such questions. You don't give up the business because it's failing. It may be failing because maybe you're not doing your accounting right. Maybe your marketing and sales strategies are wrong. Maybe you mishandle your clients. Maybe you eat the profit. There must be a reason why things are not going the way you want them. So it is in this understanding that you start going deeper and deeper and facing the reality. And I want to remind you that the reality is always harsh, can always be harsh, and that's why most people don't want to face the reality. They are always in their wishful thinking. You know that you're not going to harvest unless you've planted, but you still convince yourself that you'll still harvest when you've not planted. So most cases, these vices that have come, that are cropping up every day, like killing, stealing, and others, are coming out because we are not willing to face the reality. We just want the things to happen in the way we want them, minus considering how the universe is set. However, I'm not saying that if your reality is in poverty, it doesn't mean that you have to keep in poverty. No, the truth is there is no one who is meant to be poor. There is no one who is meant to be unsuccessful. But what holds us from not being successful, or what keeps us in poverty, it's our denial to face what is the reality. So in short, reality, when you choose to face the reality, sometimes you'll not be happy because our reality is always harsh. And of course, you need to also to remember the reality that your days are numbered. You don't have all the days to reach the life you want to reach. No, you don't have all the days. You need to start prioritizing your time. You need to start prioritizing your weeks, your months, so that you put much of your effort on the most important things of your life. You put much of your energy on what matters to you, so that you can develop and make yourself much better, and of course you become more great. So in short, we are trying to say, for me and you to become successful, we need to keep a grip of what is the reality. It is reality because that's how world is. I've given an example of friction. You can't move without friction, and it's a little bit difficult also to fly without gravity. So there must be something forcing you to stop for you to move forward. So if they force you to stop and you stop, it means you have not also seen the reality. There are things you need to make right along the way so that you may become more and more strategic and you become more successful. Now, by focusing your attention on what is going in around you, you will again have a sharpened appreciation for what makes some people advance and what makes others fall back. I think you understand that. That you need to keep your eyes focused on what is surrounding you. You need to know who is doing right, who is not doing right, who is attacking you and who is defending you. What could be their intentions? Who are those coming in your life, and how are you going to manage them? Are they in for you or they are not in for you? I mean, what I'm trying to say, keep your eye and grip to reality, and avoid this stupid sense of blaming and complaining, because when you start complaining and blaming, you open your doors towards failure. So start today keeping your eyes on reality. The reality is you can't grow alone. You need people to work with. But these people, when they come with different intentions. it is your role to harmonize these intentions so that you can actually become more successful by having the intentions engraved into your intentions. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you to become successful, for me to become successful, we need to keep a grip on what is the reality, the way things are, other than the way we want things to be or what others think things are. So, by keeping an eye around ourselves, what we do, what are our thoughts, we shall become great. So, let's say you've missed other programs or other episodes we've been doing, and of course, from this radio, and you feel like you want to go deep and learn what we already covered in the previous time, you can check them on the YouTube channel, Angel Bahaba. You can still check them on the Facebook page, Angel Bahaba, so that you can continue becoming super successful. Ciao.